Hello, this is Professor Prashant More, recording live for EnglishLoving.com, a channel which you must always visit if you want to improve your English skills, especially for competitive exams, entrance exams, as well as your daily communication skills. We also provide tips and tricks for job interviews. So please stay tuned, subscribe to our channel. One of the common mistakes which people do while speaking English is not being aware of positive, comparative and superlative degree. For example, they say like, I am more faster than you. That's not technically correct. You either use I am just faster than you, or you can say you are not as fast as me, but never like double comparative. More faster is not correct. What's next? I am your mostest, bestest friend, something like that. So when you use that one, which is a very common mistake, and you have to decide whether you are going to use it as a direct comparison or you are going to use it as a negative, saying that you are not as fast as me. Another example I can think about is people make unnecessary plural. For example, certain words are supposed to be singular only, even though they imply many things. Such examples such as hair. Hair is used as a singular only, even though you are talking about like it's like many hair. So it doesn't become hairs or something. Another example I can think about is peoples, which is wrong. Even though people itself include a lot of persons, still there is no plural of people. And you can say persons, say for example we have 10 persons in this party, or you can have like many people in the party. So that's the difference. Some mistakes are actually transferred from the native languages. For example, I have been privileged to mix with people from different ethnicity, background, cultures, countries and their native languages. So one of the mistake is not being able to differentiate between masculine and feminine. People say he, and immediately in the same sentence that person, even though he is a masculine person, they talk about her, or not being able to associate proper gender with proper nouns, another thing is, let's say in some languages hello and goodbye is the same thing. So they assume automatically, even in English, hello and goodbye are same. So while greeting you, they say hello, and while saying bye they also again say hello, which is very common. So these mistakes are can be corrected if you mix up with people with different backgrounds, and these are not very serious as compared to the other ones. We will continue our discussion. Another common mistake is not being able to identify the correct sequence of words. For example, in plain English, if you are using a very simple sentence like I eat a mango, so normally it starts with the subject, verb and then the object. And unless you are asking a question, which is did I eat a mango, this order remains pretty much same. But there are certain languages in which depending upon what exactly you want to stress, that particular word takes higher precedence. That means it comes before other words, and especially people with those native languages, they try to mix up with the order, and that kind of confuses. So they will most likely will say I mango eat or something, the order will not be important, because in their respective languages, depending upon what exactly they want to stress, if it is eating, then they will say the verb first. If it is the importance is on mango, then they will say the mango first. So these habits actually kind of carry forward from their respective native languages, and which is one of the very common mistakes, but those can be again fixed with proper practice. Another common mistake is not being able to differentiate between since and for. For represents specific duration. For example, I have been in this country for 2 years. As opposed to that, since represents a snapshot in time. From that particular point in time, you have been doing something. So let's say I will say I have been in this country for last 2 years. But the same sentence, I will say I have been in this country since October 2020. So these two are slightly different things. People do mix them up. Another common mistake is not being able to specific application, not being able to use specifically a, an, or the. For example, if I'm talking about a very generic person or a generic thing, we will use a or an. But if I'm talking about a very specific person, then I will use the. For example, I am just a person. I am a normal person. Here I'm talking about a little bit generic thing because I'm just an ordinary person. Remember, I use an ordinary person, A-E-I-O-U, in front of a vowel. I will use an instead of a. But in either case, I am talking about a little bit generic rather than something concrete, specific, fixed person. The same sentence, I will say, I am the person which you are looking for. I am the person you are looking for. So here I will use the, because I am very specific about that particular person which another person is looking for. So yes, there are several mistakes. I just made several mistakes maybe in this video also, but it doesn't mean you should not practice. You should constantly look for. What I suggest is you can keep on looking for common mistakes. There are a lot of articles and YouTube videos, and make sure that you do not kind of make those mistakes. And constant practice is the key. We will keep on publishing these kind of videos. This is just the first in the series. We will hopefully present a couple of more, because there are unlimited mistakes people do. So for the time being, that's all. See you then. Bye bye.